Oh, Tiffany, are you there? I just wanted to say thanks again for all that you're doing. I really, really appreciate you letting me stay with you. Thanks.
Sorry, you're coming to stay with me? What are you talking about? I don't remember talking about this ever.
Well, you know how I'm trying to study so that I can go to law school, right? Well, I just can't study at all living with my parents, so I realized that I need a new place to go where I'll be able to concentrate. So I asked my mom about where she thought I should go, and she told me about how Chris was going away on a business trip. So I figured that since you would have the space for me without my brother there, that I could move in.
Okay, hold on just a second there, Carly. Yes, it is true that Chris is away on a long business trip, but I don't get why you have to move all the way over here just to study. I mean, you're not even in law school yet, right?
Well, yeah, but the law schools I want to go to are around where you live in New York. So I figure I might as well start getting used to living up there. And then once I finish taking the LSATs, I can just move all my things right into the school. Isn't that great?
Look, Carly, I really want to help you in whatever way I can, but I just don't think this is the way to go about doing this. Besides, I would have to talk to Chris about this first.
So you're going to tell me that you want to help me any way that you can, but then refuse to help me? And I don't get why you would have to go and ask my brother. Of course he would approve of this. You shouldn't even bother asking him. I already know the answer he'd give anyways. That's why I'm on my way to your place right now.
Hold on a second. You're already on your way here, but I haven't even said yes. This is the first that we're talking about this.
I know, but the date for the LSATs are coming up, and I've already registered to take them in New York. So once I move in, I am going to be really busy studying.
But Carly, I'm sorry. This is just all so sudden, and I don't think I can approve of this.
What are you talking about? Why are you being such a stick in the mud about this? I mean, you're just a housewife who isn't really doing anything anyways, right? So since your husband is away, I can take his place and you can take care of me, right?
You really expect me to be taking care of you while you're away? You can't be serious.
Thank you so much. So just a heads up, every morning for breakfast, I would like to have a smoothie with fresh fruit. Then I want you to keep lunch light for me since I like to have naps in the afternoon. But make sure that you make something with things that are good for your brain for dinner since that's when I'm going to be doing most of my studying. And I also want you to keep your place well stocked with lots of snacks.
Are you seriously telling me that you want me to cook 3 meals a day for you? And on top of all that, you really want me to bring snacks to you as well?
Why are you acting as if that's a big deal? You're a housewife. All you do is cook anyways, right? Besides, I'm going to be a lawyer one day, so I think that it would be best to help me when I need it or stay on my good side, you know?
Hold on a second. Let me guess. Next, you're going to tell me that in addition to cooking for you, I'm also going to have to do the laundry and all the cleaning too, right?
Well, duh. I'm going to be busy studying all day, so you need to be taking care of all that kind of work. I'll basically just leave it all to you while I hit the books.
I don't even know what to say to that. Do you really think that you can just live here and have me do everything to take care of you? What are you going to contribute in terms of rent? Are you at least going to help with the bills while you're here?
Whoa, what? What kind of way is that to talk to family? Here I am humbly asking for a little help from you, and you're telling me that you won't unless I cough up some money? Do you not want me to go to school? Do you not want me to follow my dreams of being a lawyer? Because law school isn't cheap, and I have to save money everywhere that I can.
Are you kidding me? Is that really the best that you can come up with?
Anyways, like I said, I'm already on the way over to your place right now. And just remember that whether or not I succeed at this is riding entirely on you. So make sure you do a good job of being there for me.
Hey Tiff, you there? I'm so sorry for not getting back to you yesterday. I was just so crazy busy and I'm only checking my phone right now. So did Carly really end up coming to our place?
She did. She arrived late last night and I couldn't believe it. Now she's treating our place just like she owns it or something. It's just ridiculous.
Wow, I can't believe that she's actually doing this.
So I take that means you also had no idea that she was going to pull something like this?
I had no idea that this was going to happen at all until I saw your messages that you'd sent me. And then there was just one message from Carly telling me that she was going to be using my office.
So she did tell you something?
Kind of. I tried to respond and ask her what she meant, but she just left me on red and never responded to me. I had no idea what she was talking about, and I certainly didn't think she was going to go this far.
I know, right? It's like, what is she thinking doing this?
Well, I talked to my parents and they filled me in a little more about what was going on. I guess that Carly wasn't making any progress on moving out or finding any work, besides the part-time job that she already had. Then all of a sudden she started talking about wanting to become a lawyer. My parents think it's because she's been really into this lawyer show, and that's the only reason she's acting this way.
Well, I think it's fine to have ambition and want to pursue a challenging goal. But didn't your sister drop out of community college? Because, no offense to her, but I think the LSAT is supposed to be quite challenging, and I think you're supposed to have at least a bachelor's before starting a law program anyways.
So then you really think that she came to our house to try and study for the test? Because I really wonder if she's actually studying for it at all. Yeah, not only that, but I hear that for some of the schools she's talked about wanting to go to, that she'll have to get a really high score.
And you're telling me that you don't think she's going to be able to make the cut for that?
From what I was reading, these schools only take the cream of the crop, but I guess that Carly must be really confident in herself. I guess there's still about 6 months before the tests are held, but does that mean that she's really going to just keep living with us until then?
Hold on a second, the LSATs aren't for another 6 months? I was prepared to put up with Carly for maybe about a month or so, but she can't stay with us for 6 months. Especially if she's expecting me to act like her maid. Did you know she wants me to cook all her meals and do her laundry for her?
Oh, she really gets too carried away sometimes. I just have no idea what she's thinking. But I think you should try and throw her out. I would help if I could, but I certainly don't want her touching any of my stuff.
Well, unfortunately, I think that is much easier said than done.
But she can't just squat at our house if we don't want her there. Doesn't she realise that?
Actually, you know what? I think it's great that Carly is chasing her dreams like this. Maybe we should give her some credit and support her through this. And I think it'd be fine if she uses your office as her bedroom. At least that way we can keep our room clean. You do want to support your sister, don't you?
Well, of course I want to, but are you really sure about this? I didn't even think that you were much of a fan of Carly to begin with.
Well, it's only for 6 months, right? And as long as Carly actually studies during that time, then you and I might end up with a lawyer we can count on.
I guess that's true, yeah. And if she managed to get a job, I know it'd make my parents really happy.
Great, then it's settled. And this works for me since I was starting to get lonely without anyone to talk to since you left.
Wow, well, okay. That's great. I can talk to my parents about this and maybe convince them to pitch in and help you out some. How does about $500 a month sound?
Oh, I think that would be plenty for me. Thank you very much. Now, let's get your sister through law school. Carly, can you please let me back in the house? I still don't even understand why you would throw me out in the first place.
Because I have my test in 3 days, don't you get it? How am I supposed to concentrate knowing that you're in the house with a fever? I had no choice but to throw you out.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
I mean that if I got your cold, then I might have to miss my test. Then I would have wasted all the effort that I've been putting into studying for the past month. That's why, until I'm done with the test, you are not allowed back in, so don't come back until you're better.
So then you're really just going to kick me out of the house while I have this high fever? Do you have any idea how cold it is out here? The least you could do is let me pack a bag.
You really are a useless woman, do you know that? How dare you not realize that you're only getting in the way of your amazing sister-in-law trying to achieve her dreams? Don't even talk to me. I can't believe that you would get a cold like this just so that you could try and sabotage me. It's like you really want me to fail at everything.
Carly, you don't really believe that, do you? Of course I don't want you to fail, but I just got a bit of a cold is all.
You really think I'm going to buy an excuse like that?
It's not an excuse. I was feeling sick yesterday, and you had no problem talking with me and telling me to go to the store for you. In fact, because it was raining all day yesterday when I went out, I think that's why I'm feeling so sick.
Well, it's because I needed you to go out and buy the ingredients for my good luck meal. Ever since I was in high school, I would always eat a lot of foods that start with A so that I would get that grade.
But you shoved me out of the house so quickly yesterday that I couldn't even grab an umbrella. By the time I got back, I was completely soaked. But I've been doing my best to stay out of your way and make sure that you have everything you need to study. So I don't get why I'm being kicked out of the house this time. For the last time, you are being kicked out so that this house doesn't become a petri dish and so I don't get sick. Is this really the way that you're thanking me after all that I've done for you? After all the cooking and cleaning and support that I've given you? I can't believe that this is the way that you're paying back the person who let you live in their home free for 6 whole months. Do you have any idea just how much of my own money I've sunk into you, Carly? But I thought it would be okay as long as I was helping you study. Oh, just shut up already, would you? Quit sending me all these sobby, sad texts. If you really wanted to help me pass my test, then you would never have gotten sick in the first place. If you still want to help me, then you can just sit there and shut up. So you really expect me to just sit outside my own house for 3 days with a fever like this? Is this any way for someone who wants to be a lawyer to treat people? Is this the way lawyers treat the people who helped them get to where they are? Oh, don't worry. You'll be getting plenty of gratitude as soon as I'm actually a lawyer. Because once I am, I'll be making millions of dollars. Maybe I'll even kick some back your way for all that you've been doing for me. But if you want that to happen, then you better leave me alone so that I can pass. I don't care about the money, Carly. That was never what this was about. I just thought that you would have a little more gratitude after all this time. Look, you are keeping me from studying. What was the point of kicking you out if you still won't leave me alone? Just go away and don't come back until you're feeling better, got it?
You better watch how you talk to my wife, Carly.
Wait, what? Are you delirious or something? Has your fever gotten that bad?
I want to know just what you think you're doing right now, huh, sis? Because you got some real nerve kicking my wife out of our house after all she's been doing for you. You do realise that the person who's been taking care of you for the past 6 months is sick, right? Or do you just not care?
Wait, sis, your wife, is this Chris? But I thought that you were away on your business trip, right?
I was away, yeah, and now I've come back. I actually requested to come back early so that I could try and make it for you when you took the LSAT. I wanted to let you know that you had more support than you knew.
Wait a second. You mean that you came home early just to cheer me on for my test?
That was the plan, but now that I come to this, I don't know what to think. What I do know is that you have a family member who is sick and you've literally thrown them out of the house. What kind of person does that, huh?
But you don't understand. I'm going to be taking my test in 3 days. I wasn't about to let myself catch a cold from Tiffany. I'm just trying to keep her away until I've safely taken it is all.
If that's what you're worried about, why not just ask Tiffany to stay in her room and rest? This is our house after all. You were the one that showed up here uninvited. In fact, it was Tiffany who finally came around on letting you stay as long as you have.
Well, that's nice of her, but still, it doesn't change the facts.
The facts are that you've been taking advantage of my wife's kindness for your own gain, and now you've gone too far. Who do you think you are, kicking your own host out of their home?
But I didn't have any money to stay anywhere else. What was I supposed to do?
I don't care what you do or where you go. You can go study under a bridge for all I care. Your test is only in 3 days. Surely you're not going to forget all that you've studied if I kick you out now, right?
Kick me out? You wouldn't really do that, right? Not after I've come so close to finally taking the test. The whole reason I came here in the first place.
I don't care about your test at all right now, Carly.
Please, you're scaring me. Why are you acting like this?
Why are you acting like this, Carly? Don't you get how wrong this is? You've let this get way out of hand, and I hope you do fail for all the horrible things you've done up to now. But especially for taking advantage of my wife like this. How dare you use her kindness just to throw her out like this?
Please, I never would have done that if I knew you were going to get so upset. I guess I just lost sight of what was really important. I just didn't want to catch a cold so close to my test is all. You can understand that, right? You can't blame me for that.
Hey, Carly, how'd the test end up going for you? I just wanted to let you know that my fever went down and I'm feeling better.
The test was horrible. It was the worst that I've ever done, and when I fail, it'll be all your fault.
But how can you know that when the test just ended right now? I don't need to wait for the results. I already know that I failed. You've made me waste a whole year of my life. Do you know that? A whole year!
And why don't you think you need to wait for the results? What makes you think you didn't pass?
Because I couldn't even get in to take the test. I forgot my entrance slip and I didn't have a spare downloaded on my phone. They didn't even let me take the test.
You forgot your entrance pass? Well, how did you do that?
You know how it happened. When Chris came home, he burst into the house and started yelling at me to pack up my bags and leave. I was so scared and in such a rush that I must have left that pass behind in Chris's office somewhere. That's why this is all your fault. This would have never happened if you hadn't caught that stupid cold.
Well, it sounds to me like you're just looking for everyone but yourself to blame for this, but at least you'll always be able to take it again next year.
You mean that you'll let me come back to your place to study again next year?
No. That is not what I said. I never want you setting foot in my house again, and neither does Chris for that matter.
But then how am I supposed to study for the test? Where am I supposed to live? Who's going to cook for me?
I think those are all issues that you'll have to figure out yourself. I gave you much more help than you deserved, and you spit it all back in my face. Well, I am certainly not going to make that mistake again.
Please, I'm sorry. I won't ever act that way again. I'm so sorry, Tiffany.
After that, Carly was unsure of who to turn to and fled back to her parents' house. But since she left, her parents had changed the locks on the door and refused to let her in. Realizing she had no one but herself who she could rely on, Carly found a job and a small, cheap apartment where she could still study to pursue her dream of being the next big pop star. Even though she's already in her late 20s, Carly was inspired by her experience studying for the LSAT. She was sure that she could do anything if she set her mind to it. She even started a few social media pages to try and promote herself, and, well, they're going about as well as you would expect them to. But who knows? Maybe one day she'll prove everyone wrong and be the next big thing.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Hey, long time no see. It's me, Sasha.
I'm sorry, Sasha?
Oh, come on, don't play dumb. I know you saw my name pop up and your stomach dropped. Classic.
I'm afraid I don't recognize the name. May I ask how you got this contact?
I just took a tiny peek at Matthew's phone while he wasn't looking. I found your name in his contacts list, got your phone number, and the rest is history.
You got it from Matthew's phone. I see. So, I suppose you're a friend of his?
Wow, seriously? A friend? Is that really all you think I am? Are you joking right now?
I'm terribly sorry to have upset you so much. I simply don't recall meeting anyone named Sasha.
Wow, okay. So you're just gonna pretend we've never met. That's so on brand. I don't even know why I expected anything different.
I don't know what else to say. Your name doesn't ring any bells. Perhaps we've been introduced under different circumstances?
Unbelievable. You're actually going to stand there and act like I'm some stranger? Wow. No wonder your husband lost interest in you. You're so blank.
I beg your pardon?
Like, no offense, but this whole spaced out doe-eyed thing you do, it's not cute. It's just exhausting. I'm honestly amazed he stuck around as long as he did.
May I ask, are you claiming to know my husband?
Know him? Babe, I'm dating him. Your man and I have been going out after work, grabbing dinner, late night drives, the works. You might want to start looking up divorce lawyers.
That's a very bold claim.
What can I say? I'm a bold woman, Amelia.
Especially considering my husband passed away 5 years ago.
Wait, what?
That's right. He died peacefully in his sleep. I'm afraid you're mistaken about either who I am or who my husband was.
Okay, that's literally not possible. I'm sitting across from him right now. He doesn't seem to be decomposing as far as I can see. Also, he just complimented my new lashes. Ghosts don't flirt. At least I don't think they do. But I know for sure they don't order matcha lattes.
Then I suggest you double-check who you're having coffee with, because it can't be my husband.
Nope, not doing this. I'm not some delusional stalker. I know who I'm with, and it's your husband. So go ahead and deny it all you want, but that ring on your finger, meaningless. He's moved on. He's with me now.
Once again, I must tell you, my husband is deceased. If you believe you're involved with someone else's spouse, I suggest you find the correct party to confront.
Oh my god, you're seriously trying to guilt trip me with some fake dead husband story? Because you can't handle the fact that he picked someone younger and prettier and way more fun.
I assure you, I have no interest in competing with you or anyone else. You've simply contacted the wrong person.
Yeah, right. This is classic bitter wife behavior. You got replaced and now you're trying to rewrite history to make yourself feel better. It's pathetic.
Publicly declaring an affair, even to the wrong recipient, is nothing to be proud of. I hope for your sake you reflect on the kind of person you're becoming.
Oh, please, don't start with the lecturing. You lost. He's mine now. You can sit there and pretend I'm crazy, but the truth is you just couldn't keep him interested. I mean, look at you.
I've said what I needed to say. I believe this conversation has run its course.
Of course you're walking away. That's what people like you do. Can't face reality, can't admit defeat. No wonder he stopped coming home. Look, you can fight this all you want, but there's no getting around it. Your husband isn't yours anymore. He's mine. Get used to it. Now, divorce him. Set him free. Let him be with the woman he really wants. Me. Hi, Mom. I just clocked out. Heading home now. Need me to grab anything on the way?
Oh, perfect timing. Actually, yes, I forgot to pick up laundry detergent and fabric softener earlier. Do you think you could grab them for me, as long as it's not too much trouble?
Got it. Just those two things?
Yes, that'll do, sweetie. Oh, thank you so much.
No problem. I'm heading out to my car right now, so I'll stop at the store on the way home and pick them up.
You're such a lifesaver. Honestly, I still can't believe I got lucky enough to have you for a daughter-in-law.
Aw, stop it. You always say that. If you keep it up, I'm gonna get all weepy before I even walk out of the building.
Well, I mean it. I don't know what Matthew did to deserve you, but I'm grateful every single day he brought you into our lives.
Well, that's so sweet. I always tell my friends I don't just have a mother-in-law. I have a second mom.
Oh, heavens, Emma. Now you're going to make me cry. I suppose this is revenge for earlier, is it?
I'm just being honest. All right, I'll message again once I'm on the train.
And be careful crossing the street. Oh, and thank you again, sweetheart. We're lucky to have you.
Love you, Mom. See you soon. Hey, Mom. Sorry to bother you again, but I have a quick question. Have you heard from someone named Sasha today?
Sasha? Yes, actually. Someone named Sasha messaged me out of the blue earlier. It was quite an odd conversation, but I didn't think much of it. Why do you ask?
Seriously? She actually reached out to you?
You know her?
Unfortunately, yeah. We went to high school together. I cannot believe she actually contacted you. What did she say?
Well, it was strange. She said she borrowed Matthew's phone and got my number from it. Then she started making all these wild claims about how she's dating my husband. It was bizarre.
Oh God, that sounds exactly like her.
I assumed it was some sort of mistake, or perhaps a prank. I told her she must have the wrong person. After that, I tried to politely end the conversation.
That's probably the best response, honestly.
Who is this woman? Why on earth would she say something like that?
Like I said, we were classmates, but rivals might be a better word. She always had it out for me. Petty, jealous, mean-spirited, you name it.
But you... I don't understand. You're so kind. I can't imagine you making enemies.
Well, to be more precise, I don't make her an enemy. She made me one. And I swear, it's like she never moved past high school. Today she was literally waiting for me outside my office building.
Wait, what?
Yep, she was just standing by the front entrance like a rom-com villain. When I walked out, she came straight to me and told me I needed to divorce Matthew because she won.
She said the same thing to me, but she didn't call you by name. She called me... herself, I suppose. Wait. Oh, no.
What?
I think I understand now. She must have gotten my contact info from Matthew's phone and assumed I was you. Oh my god, you're right. Come to think of it, she called me Amelia the whole time she was ranting outside. I didn't even put that together until just now. Well, that explains why she thought I was her romantic rival. Oh, my goodness. Well, she's always been terrible with names. I mean, truly hopeless. She once called our chemistry teacher Mr. Laker for half the year. His real name was Baker. So she saw the name Amelia in Matthew's contacts and assumed that was you? Exactly. It sounds just different enough from Emma to confuse someone like her, and clearly she didn't bother to check. Oh dear. And all this time I was wondering how this stranger knew such oddly personal details. I'm really sorry she dragged you into this. I should have warned you sooner. I didn't think she'd go this far. Well, now it all makes sense. Wait, Emma, I need to ask. Is there any chance... Is Matthew cheating? What? No, of course not. Where did that come from? I'm sorry, it's just that she spoke so confidently it sounded like, at the very least, she believed she was dating him. She described their supposed routine, meeting after work, talking late into the night. No, none of that is true. Matthew's been telling me for weeks that some woman's been following him around. He thought she was just a harmless weirdo at first, but now clearly it's escalated. He told you about her? Every detail, from the first time she lingered outside his office to when she tried to give him a ride home. He's been nothing but honest about the situation, and honestly, he's creeped out. Oh, thank goodness. I was afraid... Well, I trust you both, but even good people can make bad choices. Not Matthew. Not this time. He even asked me what to do about her. He didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but she kept showing up. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so relieved, because if he had betrayed you, I'd have taken your side, no hesitation. I believe you, but I promise there's no betrayal here, just one woman stuck in her own fantasy. You really are strong. I'm proud of you, you know that? You've told me that before, but it still means the world to hear it. Just promise me one thing, that no matter how crazy things get, you'll always know you have me in your corner. Always, and the same goes for you. Good, because the thought of losing you over some delusional girl's fantasy scares me more than anything. Not a chance. I'm here to stay.
So, what's it gonna be, huh? Are we doing this the easy way or the hard way? I've given you a few days to think it over. Are you planning to file for divorce ever, or do I need to do it for you?
Well, I could file some paperwork if you'd like. Maybe something to officially sever ties with my dead husband, though I believe the funeral handled that.
Ugh, there you go again. Playing coy like this is cute. It's not. Just because you're clinging to denial doesn't mean Matthew hasn't moved on.
I assure you, my husband has moved on. He's now looking down on us from heaven. And knowing his personality, he's likely getting a bit of enjoyment out of this whole bizarre situation.
You wish, but keep dreaming, sweetheart. We both know he's with me now. And honestly, it makes sense. You two don't even have kids. That kind of says it all, doesn't it?
And what exactly does it say?
I mean, no offense or anything, but if you were ever going to be a mother, wouldn't it have happened by now? Maybe something's just broken. I don't know. But I do know this. I'll give him what you couldn't. A baby. A real family.
How touching. Meanwhile, I get along just fine with his actual family. No drama, no tension. We're as close as real relatives.
Yeah, well, that's not going to last because I'm going to marry Matthew. And once I do, everything that used to be yours, the house, the car, the vacations, the inheritance, it's mine. All of it.
Goodness, Sasha, you are quite the tactician. Was this your plan all along? Swoop in, steal a woman's husband, and take her life from her?
It didn't start that way, okay? I was just going to mess around a little, steal him away for the thrill of it. But then I found out who he was. He's got the money, the connections, everything a man needs to spoil his wife rotten. Plus, he's looking at getting $3 million in inheritance.
Inheritance? What are you talking about?
You know, this conversation would be much easier to have if you stopped playing dumb. Matthew's parents are loaded.
Ah. Well, I suppose we are much better off than most, since my husband inherited control of the business his great-grandfather founded.
So yeah, let's just say I adjusted my priorities.
As one does. The only thing in my way is the fact that apparently he's living with his mother-in-law. That sucks, like, big time. But I guess there's nothing I can do about that. If I did anything to offend her, then I might just ruin my chances at getting that sweet inheritance cash. So I'll play along for a while. I'll smile for pictures, fake some affection, blah blah. As long as I get the ring, I'll play the game.
How generous of you.
And once the wedding's over, I am shipping that old broad off to some retirement community or something. Or even better, I can just make you take care of her.
If I may say so, I think I take care of myself just fine, thank you very much.
Huh? What are you talking about? I'm talking about Matthew's mom, not you.
Sasha, dear, Matthew is my son.
Wait, what?
I'm not his wife, Sasha. I'm his mother. My name is Amelia. The woman you've been trying to threaten, that's Emma, his wife.
No, that can't be right. Wait, are you serious?
I assure you I'm most serious. I warned you once to double-check who you were messaging, but you were too busy gloating to listen.
Okay. Hold on. This can't be right. We went to high school together. I'll never forget your name. Your name is totally Amelia.
Yes, again, my name is Amelia. I'm Matthew's mother. Matthew's wife, your high school classmate, is named Emma. Excellent work, Sasha.
Oh my god. I thought I was texting you this whole time. I mean, I was texting you, but I didn't think you were, well, you. Does that make sense?
It actually makes a surprising amount of sense, yes. If you'd like to confirm what the name of the woman you would like to threaten is, I might suggest looking in your old high school yearbook. You might recognize Emma's face next to her name, assuming, of course, you bothered to remember the face of the girl you spent years tormenting.
Look, I'm bad with names, all right?
You're bad with a great number of things, I hear. You were so jealous of Emma's performance in school, her looks, and her athleticism that you had a one-sided grudge against her for years. And it's so strong that it's even causing you to stalk both her and her husband.
Okay, that is not fair. I wasn't stalking anybody. Is it a crime to talk to people? Matthew never seemed to mind the attention I gave him.
He minds. He's told Emma repeatedly how uncomfortable you've made him. He never led you on. He never strayed. And for the record, that woman you kept insisting he doesn't love anymore, he most certainly does.
Oh.
Yes, oh is right.
Well, okay. I can see that there's been a bit of a miscommunication here. Whoopsie-doopsie. It happens to the best of us, right? So, I think I'll just be on my way now. I hope you have a nice day and rest of your life.
Not so fast, Sasha.
What is it?
You have a lot yet to answer for.
No, I don't. I made a mistake and now I'm unmaking it. Bye-bye.
That mistake has a legal definition. Harassment. Along with stalking and possibly a blackmail charge thrown in to boot.
Whoa. Who said anything about stalking?
I already told you. Matthew made it very clear that your attention was unwanted. He told you multiple times that he was happily married and wanted you to leave him alone. Then there's the issue of you ambushing poor Emma outside her workplace.
Ambush? Stop talking like I'm a criminal.
You may be innocent until proven guilty, but I don't think we'll have a very hard time reaching that outcome. We have surveillance camera footage, text messages, everything the prosecutors could need to prove their case.
You're going to call the cops on me?
Not going to, did.
Oh no.
Oh yes. You have the right to remain silent, Sasha, although if you had exercised that right sooner, you might not be in this situation. The police came minutes after our last message. While we texted, I could see her from the upstairs window, crouched behind a utility pole. When the officers approached, she bolted, shoved one to the ground, and shrieked loud enough to rattle the street. It took 2 more officers to bring her down. Her parents were mortified. They offered a settlement to avoid a trial, and I accepted. But that wasn't the end. Apparently, Sasha made quite the scene at the wedding she wasn't invited to, screaming about stolen men and betrayals. The whole event was canceled, and thousands in damages followed. Last I heard, she's been relocated somewhere rural, a strict no-nonsense workplace far from the city lights she adored. No flexibility, no attention, just work. And me? I have my peace again. Emma and I laugh about it now, over tea and folded laundry. No ghosts, no intrusions, just family. The kind that chooses each other.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.